Welcome to this week's project video. We got another one that I'm really excited about. And this time it involves this beautiful North American Arms 22 mag pug. I think it was about a year ago. I did a product exchange with North American Arms and they sent me a bunch of these beautiful little mini Revolver 22s. I've had so much fun with them, and as far as concealed carry goes, they're just awesome. I know a lot of you are gonna have your many criticisms about a gun this small. It's not for everyone, but I love this gun. So this one has a little custom grip that I put on it. It just gives it a much better handhold, makes it feel a lot more comfortable in your hand. But I've been dying to make myself a little inside the waistband appendix carry holster for this. It's so small you can hardly tell it's in your waistband, but I want to have something with a little belt clip on it so that it'll stay put. And I kind of threw together a couple of them over the years and tried a few out, but neither of them were that great. So I'm gonna put a little bit more care into the design on this one, and hopefully we'll come out with something that really works. I shouldn't have to put this disclaimer out, but most of you know that I don't specialize in holsters. This is not my expertise, so give me a little bit of leeway. Every time I try out a holster, it brings up new challenges and stretches my skill set a little bit, because I just don't do it very often, and so I'm learning every time. It's a really fun project, and I definitely want to get better at it. So this is gonna be such a simple one, but I am gonna do some wet molding. I want it to fit the gun really well and feel comfortable in the waistbands. So yeah, let's get started. So usually when you make holsters, you wanna stick with something around 5 to 7 ounces, depending on the design. I'm actually gonna go with 2 to 3 ounce natural veg on this, but I want to put a liner in on this one so that the gun's not rubbing up against the fleshy side. So after I sew the liner together, it's essentially like I'm working with 6 to 7 ounce leather. I think it's gonna work out nice. Let's do it. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Just had a little mishap with the needle. Not super happy about it. Just dropped the needle and created that hole. So that's fun. Moving on. can't catch a break on this thing. So as the presser foot was walking up to this little extra piece right here, it completely threw the tension off from about here all the way to the end of the stitch. You can see that because the knot is actually pulled through to the top instead of being in the center. So yeah, that's a huge bummer. I'm just gonna cut it, unpick the whole stitch, and then I'm gonna attempt to re-stitch it in every single hole. Again, I don't even know if that's gonna be possible. On a straight stitch, it's pretty doable, but since the whole thing's on a curve, this is gonna be pretty rough, but let's give it a go. It's worth a shot. All right, so I've adjusted the tension a little bit, and I'm hoping that we'll get a better stitch this time. It's not bad. The tension is still a little bit loose on the bottom because you can see the knot pulling through from the top, and I don't love it, but it's not bad. But it's not worth doing it again, so we're gonna roll with it, and hopefully we won't have the same issue on the rest of it. All right, we're now sitting at day 2 on this project, and you okay? You okay? You okay? So I just kept running into problems with this thing. Nothing huge, but it was just one of those times. Like, I'd say once out of every 5 projects, one just goes that way. Like, everything goes wrong. No, it's really not that big of a deal. I used 2 layers of 2.5 ounce natural for this. And so I was hoping that by the time I doubled it up, we'd be sitting right at about 10 ounces, which would be perfect for the Tandy Stitchmaster. But for some reason, I even tested it. It's definitely 2.5 ounces as a single layer, but for some reason altogether, it's sitting right at like 13 ounces once you fold it over. Just one of those magical, mystical phenomenons that happen in leathercraft. I don't know, whatever. Either way, it's looking like this is a project that we need a little bit more presser foot clearance for. So the good thing is that my new Texo cylinder arm arrived today. Boo! There's part of it. I haven't assembled it yet, but I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna do a whole lot more background as far as like why I wanted this machine and just, you know, do a whole video about it, but bottom line, it's gonna be good for things like this. The Stitchmaster is an amazing machine, but it's not meant to handle all projects. It's not meant for thick things. It's just not what it was designed for. So this project got a little bit beyond that, and so that's, you know, so the cylinder arm's gonna step in. Again, these 2 machines are designed and meant for completely different projects, completely different things, but hey. But it just so happens that this holster is gonna work great for my new cylinder arm. It'll be a cool way to test it out, try something new. This little simple holster is actually dragging out to be a little bit of a longer project. I gotta assemble this machine, get it all done. I've got a body pump workout class I'm going to tonight. She's not coming with me. She's usually my body pump partner.
I've got this.
She's got a body bump. I'll be body pumping, she'll be body bumping. So once I get back from my class, I think I'm gonna come out here and hopefully finish that holster as long as I can get the machine. I probably won't get this thing all assembled before then. I have to leave in like an hour, don't I? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get this machine set up. Boom! I got it all put together. It works beautifully. It's really comfortable to be on. I'm really excited about it. I still need to, you know, run a few more tests and get used to a few things. And by the way, I'm gonna do a full video review on this machine, so Don't worry, I'm not gonna get into it much now, but I did have to put a couple hours into this thing trying to get used to it, because it's a little bit more advanced. I mean, it's got like the automatic needle positioning system so that it just drops the needle right where it needs to go for every corner, and every time you're done, just pops up. I'll explain all that later, but man, it's really nice. And now that I've gotten used to it, I don't know how I was ever sewing without it, but it did take some getting used to. So I'm gonna sit down and try and knock out this holster. It's just one simple stitch that I need to do, but I'm so nervous because, you know, I've been kind of messing around with the tension on this machine, and I haven't been able to get it perfect yet. I don't know, it's always a little nerve-wracking because every machine's different, you know, it takes some time to get used to. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna bite into it and just make it happen. I still need to put a couple rivets in the clip, and then I can make the final stitch, treat the edges, and we'll be done with this thing. I decided I'm gonna wet mold this holster so that it'll really like take the shape of the gun and kind of lock itself in, have some retention in there. And I've never painted an edge first and then soaked it in water, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not exactly sure how that's gonna hold up. Probably pretty well, so we'll give it a try. I just warmed up myself a little pot of water. I'm gonna use a plastic bag to slip the gun into, and I'll just insert it into the holster and start molding it with my fingers just to get it to take the form of the gun. So, all right, let's do it. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for watching this one. It definitely came with a few bumps on the road, some things I definitely would have done differently, but this is what happens when you end up trying to do things in a hurry and you try and rush through some stuff. But this is just gonna be a little personal carry holster of mine, so the mistakes don't really bother me. And with that being said, please keep in mind, this doesn't mean that we're going to be selling holsters on our website, and we do not take custom requests. It's just not our business model. It's not what we do. It's just fun to try out some random projects for these videos and make some personal stuff every now and then, kind of get away from the norm. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you want to make sure you're notified every time we go live or like do an event or post something. Don't want you to miss out. And don't forget to hit the link down in the description, the first one you see. You can grab anything you need, any of the tools and supplies that you need to make a holster just like that, including the belt clip, the leather, the thread, whatever, anything that you need. You can pick it up at Tandy, and that is an affiliate link, so anything you pick up from there, we get a little bit of kickback, helps keep us going and making these videos. Thank you guys so much, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.